My name is Thomas Dowson. I trained as an archaeologist in South Africa and then taught archaeology in Johannesburg and in the United Kingdom. Although my area of interest is prehistoric archaeology, I am also interested in archaeology and tourism. And once I left academic archaeology, I set up the website Archaeology Travel in order to encourage people to travel more deeply and explore archaeological sites that they might not otherwise visit. I'm aiming at getting people to see the kinds of destinations that people would not normally think about, going beyond the obvious. And it was for this reason that the people at Treasure got in touch with me in order to get my ideas about what they're doing at the Neolithic village and the historical park that they are about to build nearby. Having visited the Neolithic village, I thought this was an amazing project. It was good. It ranks amongst any of the other sites that I've seen in the rest of Europe. Its attention to detail is good. And it's a wonderful atmosphere to walk around and see different aspects of the Chalcolithic, the Neolithic and the Thracians of the region. First mention the historical park, which is a much bigger, grander project. I have to admit I was a bit suspicious. It just looked a little bit too ambitious. But talking to the team and hearing what they've got in mind, I have come away feeling incredibly impressed. And one of the reasons I'm so impressed is because they have learned so much from their experiences in the Neolithic village. There hasn't been a time, I honestly say this, there hasn't been a time where I've asked a question where they haven't already thought about the issues that I'm raising with them. There's been so much thought gone into what it is they're doing. But beyond just the mechanics of the project itself and the scope of the project, it is enormous. And some people might think that that is just incredibly over-ambitious. And yes, it probably is. But when it's built, I think this is something that Bulgaria as a nation will take great pride in. Because nowhere have I seen a park dealing with the various periods of a nation's history. Most of the time when you look at these parks, all you get is one house from the Neolithic, one house from the Iron Age, one house from the Roman, that kind of thing. This park will have a whole village, 7 houses from the Neolithic. They will reconstruct an entire theatre, the theatre from Plovdiv, front facades of castles and fortresses. Nowhere else do we see something on this sort of scope. And I think it'll give people a totally different impression of what the past was like in Bulgaria. And more importantly, I think this will be a project that Bulgaria as a nation will be very proud of, because nowhere else in Europe do we have something on this grand scale. And I believe it'll work because of the experiences that they have had at the Neolithic village that is running today.